Hey guys, what's going on? My name is Arbuckle. Welcome back to another video. Today I wanted to do another best weapon video. In fact, this one is more of a god gun weapon video. And today we're going to be talking about none other than the one and the only, the Kuda, which is like ridiculously good. This gun is stupidly annoying. So to give you guys a little background, I'm not a submachine gun user, right? Just the way I play Call of Duty, I always run around with assault rifles. I'm never really the type of person to try to rush with a submachine gun. In past Call of Duties I have been, because I've really enjoyed some of the submachine guns, but on this game I've always just really went hard with assault rifles. Like the KN-44 I can rush with really well. The XR2 with, I can just shoot anybody from any direction with the XR2. There's just so many assault rifles that I really enjoy using that I get to a point where I don't use any of the submachine guns, even when I rush around. And the Kuda was that weapon that I used a lot when this game first came out. I loved it a lot, and then they nerfed it, and then they buffed it and nerfed it, and they've just been going back and forth. But at this point, right now, it is just an absolute god gun. It's back to the way it used to be. And I'm just demolishing people. And to give you guys an idea, the reason I wanted to give you that backstory is because I'm not a submachine gun user. The other day I got on, I hadn't played in a couple days, and I didn't use submachine guns like ever. And I decided to use a Kuda. And I ran this class setup, and like 3 games in a row, I went like 37-1, 55-2, and like 44-4 in domination, just rushing and just going hard. And it was just really high kill streaks. And I don't know how I was able to do that, because normally I suck on Black Ops 3. So obviously it's the gun and not me. So I wanted to make this video and give you guys my class setup, the best class setup that I use with it, that really I find really effective. And hopefully I can share with you guys some tips that'll encourage you to use the Kuda in the class setup that I'm about to share with you. So what I run on my Kuda is quick draw, stock, extended mags, and rapid fire. I run 4 attachments, and I run 2 perks. I run blast suppressor and dead silence. So first off, quick draw and stock. You've probably heard me say this in all of my videos. Quick draw and stock are absolutely given attachments. Quick draw and stock is something that you always have to use if you want to win gunfights. It's just Call of Duty nowadays. You have to use quick draw and stock. Quick draw, obviously, because you aim down sights a whole lot quicker. And stock, because once you go stock, you never go back. I'm telling you right now. We went back and played Black Ops 1 backwards compatible where there is no stock. It's impossible. It is so hard because you get used to moving around so quickly and so fluently, and then you go play like Black Ops 1 where there was no stock and you move slow as crap. It's horrible. But quick draw and stock are given. With the Kuda, I love running rapid fire because the gun I seem to lose a lot of gunfights when I don't run rapid fire with this gun. And when I run rapid fire, I always run extended mags because I'm a spray and pray kind of guy, especially with rapid fire. If I have rapid fire on, I'm shooting a lot of bullets. Clearly, I'm going to need extended mags, especially with the SMG. So those are the reasons that I use those attachments. They seem to be really good. And the reason I like to run more attachments than perks is just like, I feel like you do better when you have more attachments than when you have perks. Like, sure, you can have all these perks that are going to give you the ability to hide from the radar, to be able to spot like enemy footsteps, to have all these advantages. But when you get in a one-on-one or a one-on-two or just any type of gunfight, if your gun's not stocked, if your gun's not like powerful enough to take out someone else that's got a couple attachments on it, you're going to lose every single time. Which is why I like to buff my guns with tons of attachments. You guys have seen in some of the past videos, I've ran 6 attachments. I'll just run all the attachments, man. Screw perks. Who even needs them? But I've become the biggest blast suppressor and dead silence fanboy in Black Ops 3 now. It's gotten to a point where I can't even play a game without those two. And I never used to use blast suppressor. Never used to use that crap. I always ran dead silence. And that's just because everybody nowadays has a headset. You can't find one game where there's not at least 7 people with Astro A40s or some crazy Turtle Beaches or something. So dead silence is kind of another given. But blast suppressor is just, so many people don't realize how often you show up on the radar when you're boost jumping around. Like, you got to keep in mind, Black Ops 3 is a game where the movement is just completely different than everything else. And if you got to keep in mind, every single time you slide, every single time you jump, every single time you boost, jump off a wall and do a backflip, you're going to show up on that radar. And you have to be aware of that, because if you're not, people are going to see you all the time as you're just boost jumping from here to there and across the whole map. And it's just going to be basically an unlimited UAV. That's pretty much what it's going to be. And so I always run blast suppressor and dead silence. But take my advice, guys. Stock up on attachments. You'll win so many more gunfights. Sure, you might have less perks, but once you get used to it, you just do so much better. And I learned that many times. I've gone back and forth several times, and I've seen a huge difference. So run this class setup. I guarantee you guys will dominate. This gun is super good. The accuracy is really awesome as well. That's probably the reason I like the Kuda the most, is that the accuracy is just so on point that there's really no reason for me to use any other submachine gun. Sure, a bunch of them might be more powerful than the Kuda, but with the right attachments, you can match that firepower, and you can also keep the accuracy. But anyway, guys, hopefully this video will help you out. Hopefully this will encourage you to start running around with the god weapon, the Kuda. But anyways, I hope you guys did enjoy. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't already, and we'll see all you guys in the next video. I got that